I know that you've been gone. You and me, we don't belong. It only makes me strong after the blood ran out.
Hi everyone, my name is Nguyễn Hà Thảo My. I'm an English teacher from Hoàng Diệu Secondary School. I am happy to be your instructor in this lesson. Today, we are going to review Unit 1 to Unit 6. Firstly, we will review vocabulary. Then, we will focus on grammar. Lastly, we will practice with what we have learned. Before we start, please remember to keep your eyes 50 centimeters from the screen. Review and do the exercise carefully. There are some tips to help you to study well. Các em có thể tham khảo những mẹo nhỏ này để giúp các em học tốt hơn. Number 1. Pay attention to the lesson. Thứ nhất, các em phải tập trung vào bài học. Number 2. Prepare your textbook, notebook and pens. Điều thứ hai, hãy nhớ chuẩn bị sách giáo khoa, vở và bút viết để ghi bài. Number 3. Watch the whole video from the beginning to the end. Thứ ba, các em nhớ xem hết video này từ đầu đến cuối. Number 4. Write down vocabulary on your notebook. Điều thứ tư, các em hãy viết từ vựng của bài học này vào vở bài học. Finally, press pause if you need more time to practice. Điều cuối cùng, các em có thể bấm nút dừng nếu các em cần thêm thời gian để luyện tập. Trọng tâm bài học hôm nay gồm 2 phần. Phần thứ nhất, ôn tập từ vựng Unit 1 to Unit 6. Phần thứ hai, chúng ta sẽ ôn tập ngữ pháp. Đầu tiên, verbs of liking. Thứ hai, comparative. Tiếp theo, articles. Phần thứ tư, mother verbs, should, have to. Tiếp theo, conjunctive adverbs. Và phần cuối cùng là past continuous. Sau đây cô sẽ hướng dẫn các em cách ghi bài. Đầu tiên các em nhớ ghi tên bài học. Review Unit 1 to Unit 6. Ở phần kiến thức trọng tâm, các em hãy ghi lại những kiến thức trọng tâm mà cô vừa mới đề cập. Ở mục 2 La Mã, chúng ta có 4 mục nhỏ. Mục số 1, Vocabulary. Chúng ta sẽ ghi lại những từ vựng mà chúng ta học ngày hôm nay. Mục số 2, Grammar Structures. Các em sẽ ghi lại các cấu trúc ngữ pháp. Mục số 3, Practice. Các em sẽ ghi lại đáp án của các bài tập. Mục số 4, Homework Consolidation. Các em sẽ ghi lại dặn dò của giáo viên. Ở phần 3 La Mã, ghi chú, thắc mắc các vấn đề cần hỏi giáo viên. Các em sẽ ghi chú lại các vấn đề cần được giáo viên giải đáp. Một điều nữa cô cũng muốn nhắc các em rằng khi ngồi học online, hãy ngồi học đúng tư thế. Now, let's begin with the first part, vocabulary revision. Number 1, tradition, truyền thống. Break with tradition, phá vỡ truyền thống. Number 2, fable, chuyện ngụ ngôn. Number 3, moral lesson, bài học đạo đức. Number 4, communal house, nhà rông. Number 5, festival, lễ hội. Number 6, ritual, nghi lễ. Number 7, do it yourself or DIY, đồ tự làm. And the final one, number 8, highland, cao nguyên. You have just reviewed the vocabulary. Now, let's move on to the second part, grammar revision. 1. Verb of liking. Let's review some following verbs. When you like doing something, you can use adore, love, like, enjoy, fancy, or don't mind. And when you don't like doing something, you can use dislike, hate, and detest. For example, I enjoy going to see the movie at the weekend. Or he dislikes eating carrots. So please remember, after these verbs of liking, you can use gerund. The second grammar point, comparative. A. Short adjective, tính từ ngắn, là những tính từ chỉ có một âm tiết. Safe, safer. Old, older. For example, John is taller than Tom. B. Long adjective, tính từ dài, là những tính từ có hai âm tiết trở lên. Handsome, more handsome. Beautiful, more beautiful. Example, Tom is more handsome than John. And this is the forms of comparative. For the short adjective, subject plus be plus short adjective, plus than, and plus the person or things you are going to compare. And for the long adjective, subject plus be plus more plus long adjective plus than plus the things, person you are going to compare. And this is the comparative of adjective. Let's move on to the articles. The first article, a. It is used before a countable singular noun. Example, I need a costume for the festival. A is also used to mean any, every. Example, a lion lives in the jungle. The second article is an. It is used instead of a before a noun beginning with a vowel sound. For example, there is an exhibition of charm arts in the city. The third article is the. It is used before a noun that has already been mentioned or easily understood. There is a festival in my village. The festival is very old. You can also use the to refer a noun that is the only or obvious of one of their kind. Example, the king speaks Vietnamese. And that is about the articles. Let's move on to the next point. Number 4, we are going to review modal verbs, should, have to. The first one, should, is used to give advice. For examples, you should do exercise in the morning to stay healthy. Or, she shouldn't eat too much candy. Here is the forms. Subject plus should plus verb infinitive. Or subject plus should not plus verb infinitive. The second one, have to. It is used to express important things because of rules or situations. Examples, Vietnamese students have to wear uniform at school. At TED, people don't have to work. These are the forms of have to. Subject plus have or has to plus verb infinitive. In negative form, you need to use subject plus don't or doesn't plus have to and plus verb infinitive. We have reviewed modal verbs. Now we will focus on conjunctive adverbs. Let's review some following ones. However, nevertheless, tuy nhiên. Moreover, hơn nữa. Therefore, vì thế. Otherwise, nếu không thì. For examples, I'm sick, therefore I will have a day off. Or, she had a broken leg, however, she still went to school yesterday. Please remember these forms when you use the conjunctive adverbs. Khi conjunctive adverbs được đặt giữa hai câu, các bạn nên nhớ mình phải có dấu chấm phẩy và dấu phẩy đằng trước và đằng sau conjunctive adverbs. The final one. Let's review past continuous. The first usage is used to talk about actions and they are happening around a particular time. Examples: I was doing my homework at 7 p.m. last night. He was fixing his car this time yesterday. The second usage. It is used to state an action which is in progress and interrupted by another action. Regarding the action in progress, you use past continuous. As regard the interrupting action, you use past simple. For examples, when I was watching TV, the bell rang. The baby was crying when the fairy appeared. The final usage. Past continuous is used for the background of a story. This is an example. The birds were singing, the sun was shining, and in the cafe, people were laughing and chatting. Amy sat down and took out her phone. Here is the forms of past continuous. Affirmative, subject plus was were plus verbing. For the negative, subject plus was were plus not plus verbing. And the question, was were plus subject plus verbing. We've just looked back the vocabulary and grammar. Let's practice with what we have reviewed. A. Complete the sentence with a word from the box. I'll give you 30 seconds to do the exercise. 30 seconds, start. Let's check the answer. Number 1. Last year, my family broke with tradition and traveled abroad during Tet holiday. 2. A fable is a traditional story, usually about animals, that teaches a moral lesson. 3. The communal house is a place where villagers gather for festivals and rituals. Number 4. Chang is fond of doing DIY. She made lots of beautiful bead bracelets and necklaces. And number 5. Highlands are high mountainous areas of a country. You have just practiced with the vocabulary that you have reviewed. Now, let's move on to the next exercise. B. Complete the sentences with the to infinitive or ing form of the verbs in brackets. You get 30 seconds to do this exercise. Let's start. Alright, let's check the answer. Number 1. I have enjoyed meeting you. Hope to see you again soon. The next one. I detested spending 2 hours every day traveling to work and back. Number 3. I am a little busy. Would you mind waiting a little longer? And number 4. Mobile games are great, but I don't like playing them too much. This exercise has assisted you to review the verbs of liking. Now, let's start with exercise C. Underline the correct words or phrases. 30 seconds to do this exercise. Start. You can check the answer now. Number 1. My father has been much more healthy since he stopped smoking. The next one. Life in some parts of the country is more boring than that in other parts. Number 3. She is more intelligent than I think. Number 4. An ox doesn't plow better than a buffalo. And the last one. The air in the mountainous zones is fresher than that in the cities. You have just practiced the comparative through this exercise. Let's continue with exercise D. Underline the correct option. This may include a space for zero article. You can spend 30 seconds doing this exercise. Now, listen and write down the answer. Number 1. Vietnam is a multi-ethnic country with 54 ethnic groups. Number 2. The Viet Kinh people account for 87% of the country's population. Next one. Chou Nam Mei is a celebration of New Year by Khmers. And number 4, folk singing of the Bru Van Kieu is popular, particularly Cha Chap and Sim, an alternating chant between young men and women. You have just had some revision about the articles. Let's go on with the exercise E. Underline the correct form. 30 seconds to do this exercise. Start. Now you can listen and take note. 1. Children have to start school when they are 5. 2. In many countries, you must wear a seatbelt in the car. It's the law. 3. I know you like sugar, but you shouldn't eat quite so much. It's bad for you. Number 4. I'm not working tomorrow, so I don't have to get up early. You have just looked back some other verbs through this exercise. Let's continue with the exercise F. Choose the best answer to complete the sentences. Finish it in 30 seconds. Let's listen and write down the answer. 1. Chan Temple Festival lasts from the 15th to 20th of lunar August. Nevertheless, visitors all over the country eagerly go on a pilgrimage far prior to the day. Number 2. While the main worship event is taking place at home temple, 100 lanterns are released into the sky. The next one. If you consider yourself a culture enthusiast, Hue Arts Festival is a must. The last one. The festival only lasted for 3 days. However, they spent nearly a month preparing for it. And this exercise helps you to review some conjunctive adverbs. Let's move on to the final one. Complete these sentences by putting the verbs into the past simple or past continuous. I'll give you 30 seconds to do this exercise. Start. Let's see the answers together. 1. Last week, we drove through the Alps into Switzerland. Number 2. At 8 p.m. yesterday, we were watching a film. Next one. Did you see the football match yesterday? The fourth one. James broke his leg when he was playing soccer. And the final one. Kylie made her first film when she was 21. This exercise has helped you to review past simple and past continuous. And we have just finished reviewing the vocabulary and grammar part from Unit 1 to Unit 6. This is your homework. Please review vocabulary and grammar of today's lesson and do the following exercise. 5 sentences. This exercise is not in your textbook, so please write down on your notebook. Thank you for attention. I hope all of you to study well today. Goodbye.